After that, Rufftone was to go to high school.
But wacha nikuulize, I've heard you talk about all other industries, wrestling, sports. Ujaongea juu ya music?
Sijaongea juu ya music because music, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about my mom and I live with her every day. My dad, when he came to Kakamega, as I've told you, he was a technician, an electrician. But when he came to Kakamega, now he became, alikuwa na deal na music shop. He became a music seller.
Whoa.
So we used to have a shop at kwanza inaitwa Canon Awori Street in Kakamega ama ni Kenyatta Street. Canon Awori Street, if I'm not wrong.
No, music. He's selling music.
He's selling music. And when I'm talking about music, we are talking about LPs. When you're talking about LPs, ni zile zinakaa kama chapo, zile
ndogo.
Vinyl.
Or the vinyl, the big phonos. Okay, yeah.
Those ones. Na pia hizi ndogo, hizo tulikuwa nazita singles. So there's the album and then the singles. Why am I saying album and singles? When the song We Are The World came out, it was never an album.
It was a single.
It was just a single. So you'll get it in that small chapo.
Nimekuelewa.
The song Ghostbusters, when it came out.
Hey bro, Ghostbusters.
Yes, it was just a single.
Mzee,
you understand?
When you born 70s sahi.
Wewe acha kusema hivyo. Na bado sijakwambia. Na sasa, but now when MJ did Bad. Or I don't know, the Bad, Thriller. But Thriller, it was an album, but I remember also it came out like a movie. And I remember it was a big hit. Watu mnaenda alafu mnalia juu Michael ametoa meno akicheka akiangalia kwa screen parting shot. So there were people who were coming out with albums, and then there were those who, kama hiyo time nakumbuka, kuna Red Wine UB40. So my dad was very passionate, extremely passionate about music.
Nimekuelewa.
So we would get crossover. It was like a big dictionary under the same roof.
Na huko of course in the shops anacheza music.
Sasa kwa shop, there are songs that he loved. Him was a Lingala fanatic. He's the guy who introduced us to Bozi Boziana, Aulas Mabele, Franco TPOK Jazz, Simaro, Sierran Benza, Aulas Mabele, Chico Chikaya. You understand? He introduced us to all those guys. My dad introduced us to Kinambilia, Bell, Fire Test, Tabule, all those people. Because he would play those songs religiously in our home. You would get a very nice music player system. Kinanda, you know the original Kinanda, and you will play those things seriously. And then the quality was totally different. When you're talking about vinyl, the quality was something out of this world. If it's stereo, it was authentic, it was rich, it was original. Then you would do other songs, or you will play other songs because now they're on demand. And that's why I'm telling you, to some extent, me ulia sana juu ya Kenya, because somehow I think we're so vulnerable. Any good things that comes from out there dominates our Kenyan music industry. Because even during that time, we still had Kamaru, we still had Daudi Kabaka, we still had Kina Issa Juma. Issa, I don't know if he's from Congo or TZ, but we still have Kina Aziz Abdi, we still had the Mushrooms, but they were not given that priority, that airtime. The people who are given airtime, hata kama ni wako best Kenya, Simba Wanyika, Les Wanyika, they will still come from other countries, but when they are still even best in Kenya, they will still be given that priority more than the localized groomed artists. Nakumbuka kina Aziz Abdi, nakumbuka kina Madam Rukia, huyu malimba wape vidonge vyao. I remember Mushrooms wakimba hakuna matata.
History.
I'm telling you, I remember them like this. And you will still, and I've told you, kina Kamaru was still there. There was still jaman Antua Waweru, the late, God rest his soul in peace. Mwendo wa kwa mariro. And then there were Katitu boys from Ukambani. Unani understand?
Babako kuna hizi vinyl zote, hizi music zote.
Hizo zote, and you see even
gospel kulikuwa nani?
Gospel by that time it was not really privileged, but Munishi really tried. And even Kasangas, and then even Mary Wamboi, ahadi ya Bwana haivunjiki milele, ahadi ya Bwana haivunjiki milele, sikilizeni Musa kasema, ahadi ya Bwana haivunjiki milele. So they were still there. But what was really moving the economy, particularly Kenyan music industry, was Lingala music. That's when you would get people like Kinakanda Bongo Man. Now there were the new kids in there
on the block.
On the block, Kinakanda Bongo Man, and they would come even.
Block city kuna new kids on the street. Kwa mtaa.
The new kid in the jungle. But I remember DS Njoroge. Now he's the guy who would start bringing now these international artists.
Hold on, DS was a musician.
No,
DS
he was a promoter.
Oh, at the show. Umse was the show.
Huyo wa show. Alikuwa na disco na sound Jamhuri Shogun. But he was a very serious, authentic, authorized promoter. Until today, I think he's one of the only guys who's been licensed to bring in.
Ebu jaribu kuleta mse.
Ni noma. But DS alikuwa anaweza kuletea. I remember he brought in Kanda Bongo Man, the country came to a standstill.
What?
The president, I think, kulikuwa na noma hapo na prezi mpaka Kanda akafukuzwa. Venye Kofia alifukuzwa juzi. Kanda Bongo Man alipatiwa air ticket bila visa. We understand. So, I mean, music was something that was moving the economy of this country. And how you'll get all these varieties is even people who had shops and hotels, they will keep on playing this music. And then radio was not as it is today. There was only one radio station then. I think only two. I think
KBC.
There was KBC, Kiswahili and English, and maybe BBC. But now those who are really learned would access BBC. But the normal Mwananchi, KBC, when you're talking about Elizabeth Obege, you're talking about Leonard Mambotela, you're talking about Khadija Ali, you're talking about hata Karani walikuwa bado wajashika hiyo time, John Karani. But you're talking about people who could play you and your life changes. Only once or twice. And your life changes. People would patiana tu message moja hivi kwa radio and the whole country would know. Like I remember when MO1, okay, when you wajua MO1, the new kids, our second president of the republic alikuwa anaitwa Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, tulikuwa namuita MO1. If he was to come to Kakamega, that report will hit us like even, I'm telling you, 1 month before his arrival, the ambience will change. Tungepanda mandizi kwa barabara na vitu kama hizo. Muna tu dio anapita na ile walikuwa na bakuli za brown kwa kichwa. The whole ambience will change. But music, I remember, ilikuwa ina sukuma sana. That's when I realized, nimekuwa nakwambia point, Kenya, we are so vulnerable. Because all of a sudden, baada hiyo Lingala wave kukam, kidogo South African wave ikakam. That's when ulianza kusikia
Yvonne Chaka,
Brenda Fassie, all those people now, wakaanza, wemna zamben, wekumkomboti. You understand? DJ play my song.
Thank you, Mr. DJ,
for playing my song. Thank you. Sijui I thank you for that. Sasa Yvonne was like a high schooler that time. And those songs became so massive, you understand? Until now, I don't know how Kenyan musicians were surviving. But maybe what really made them survive that time is because the sales were authentic. If you're to sell an LP, 1,000, that money comes to you directly. But I remember even by the time we were having that music shop, there was another thing that came in. It was called Piracy. Now you remember we're in Kakamega. Kakamega and Busia are not quite far. So I remember we would get even a CD like this. No, a tape. After the vinyl, the tapes were introduced.
Tapes ndio
zikakuja sasa.
Ikaingia
ndio zikaanza kuja baada hiyo vinyl ya single na LP. Sasa unapata tape hivi ni ya Kanda Bongo Man, but unapata moja ni 150, ingine ni 80 bob. So kumbe they were being printed somewhere in Uganda na Busia border. There were Wahindis and Warabus somewhere in Busia border and Bungoma and Kampala who were doing. So Piracy started coming in. And I remember Piracy by the ilikuwa ni noma kwa sababu ilikuwa inauza. The local guys can't afford. You see, for
the same quality of music.
For the same quality. It's not the same, but hawajui difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Hawajui difference. So kuna chiefs ya KFC na kuna barabara, but njaa ndio kitu ya maana. So at the end of the day, Mbuya anaanza kumake dough mazee kutoka kwa hizi pirated. It was so bad that sasa pia sisi tukaanza kufundishwa. Tuko nafanya dubbing. So dubbing is just a royal terminology of piracy. Where you get the original, then una produce copies. Then this original is the one costing 300 shillings. But unafanya hizi zingine
80 bob.
Za 80 bob. Sasa dubbing ilikuwa even worse. Now there was something else which was introduced. Where now we would get empty tapes. Then you say, I want Esther's album. So that one, it will not be 80 bob. That I think would be 50 bob. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Or even 40 kaka kumekauka sana. Hata na 40 unapati. Na ikakuja kwa even worse. Sasa ikakuwa I want Esther's
song number 4.
Song number 4. Nilike hapo ya Daddy Owen number 6, alafu ya Rufftone hapo number 7. So mix, unapata DJ mix hapo ya Kakamega for 50-40 bob. So muziki ikakuja ikaribika. Because somebody could order Michael Jackson, Kanda Bogoman, alafu hapo mmoja anamalisha na ya Sukuma Binongaro. Okay. Na mtu anatoka hapo amepata mix. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa the first mixtape ya ukweli. So that is how music nimeona iki. So music, I'm not talking about it when I'm young because it was part and parcel. It used to pay our school fees. It used to feed us and do everything. Yeah.
But it was also influencing you.
Definitely.
The people, the way you're mentioning this thing, you're right. It was part of your DNA.
Yes.
Mother alikusaidia?
Mother sasa, upande wa mother, many a times when she was sweeping the floor. Anaimba. So such things. Ndio ungesikia mother anaimba. Ama unasikia kuna kawimbo ka kitambo bana. Anakaimba word by word. Hey, mother inalimba. Anakwambia, hii sijui ni Baraka Mshe. So who's Baraka Mshe? What are you talking about? And she was also very musical. Because now, when you are alone in a compound, the only thing that can give you consolation is you sing your troubles out. Through music. And through listening to, of course, sasa up automatically, I understood there was so much poverty, there was so much loneliness. The only other relative and friend you had was the radio. That's why the presenters were really life changers. Because now they are the ones who are motivational speakers, stroke pastors, stroke encouragers,
stroke
comedians. One DJ like this, one radio presenter. Akwambia, don't look down, it's gonna be okay. Fred Obachi Machoka, the blackest man in Africa. Sanyo iko juu, Sanyo iko tops. You're still there those days. So, you know, everything.
So yuko na hiyo radio battery.
Radio battery, of course. Mimi nakumbuka vizuri sana, it was like normal battery kisha unaigonga.
Alafu unaweka kwa juu.
Unaweka kwa mabati uko juu, inachomwa like the whole day. Pia
inapata kapawa.
Unaenda sana. Ama ukipata mluya original atakwambia ukitaka battery pia ikuwe sawa, unatoa zile lead. Ile ya huku juu na ile ya kifuniko ya huku chini, inabaki ile black coal peke yake. Hiyo ukichemsha ina last longer kuliko hizi zingine.
Same thing. Hata Babini walikuwa wanafanya hivyo.
Sasa mko mnafanya hivyo kweli? I doubt man. Unajua kutoa hiyo?
But yangu iko kwa ya radio, iko ya video games.
Ilikuwa video games.
But za video games.
Bas, umeshika. So it used to work.
And now Walkman.
Hey, Walkman when it came, man, what are you talking about?
Wait. First of all, okay, yes. Even before we get there.
Unanipeleka mbio.
Hey, pole bro. Kuna story unanijaza hapa. So now we go into uni. I mean, no, not uni. Uni ni
bado. Tujafika hapo bado.
Tuko primary you're drawing.
I'm in primary school. All these things I'm talking to you about.
Yes.
In primary.
Tuendelee.
So, in school, Kakamega primary school, I would say I was not sikuwa number 1, but sikuwa number last. But again, ilinisaidia kwa sababu Kakamega was still a cosmopolitan town those days. We used to have, unapata kuna Muhindi. Alikuwa anaitwa Tom. Tom, where are you? Alikuwa Muhindi. Tom alikuwa anakuja class.
Muhindi anaitwa Tom?
Alikuwa, Tom. Alikuwa na sister yake, nimesahau jina sister yake. Wewe Kacherians, if you're from Kakamega primary, Tom alikuwa anaitwa Tom nani? Na alikuja, funny enough, he came to the class with his own desk. Alinunuliwa aki na kumbuka jioni ilikuwa inabebwa. Ilikuwa niko wapi hiyo desk ya Tom? Asubuhi inaingizwa, jioni inatolewa. Muhindi. Tulikuwa na oria wengi sana. Sala Laso, Niaje boss. Hasani Kanono. I mean, tulikuwa that's the beauty about Kakamega. Tulikuwa na waoria, tulikuwa na Wahindi. Mzungu utaonea view sasa. Alafu hapo sasa kwingine ni all the tribes. You'll find Kikuyus, you'll find Kaos.
So it was really cosmopolitan.
It was cosmopolitan. But of course majority, unajua Luya pia kuzaana talent kibao. So hao ndo walikuwa of course 80%.
Okay,
hao wengine naongelea hao ni 20. Bado walikuwa wanashikilia poa. Waluya tu ni hao. So it was a nice school and it was in the middle of town. It's still there. And I think it really helped us to understand different cultures, to appreciate diversity. And as I've told you, unapata mimi tulikuwa naishi karibu na Maram, there was no electricity, but unakuja kuna watu wanatoka milimani, kuna watu wanatoka Malemba, wengine wanatoka Skim. So tulikuwa napata watu from different tusema economic class, and it really helped me in learning things about life. But again, I rediscovered the importance of talent, because now when you are really talented, everyone wants to become your friend.
Na wewe ulikuwa na hiyo talent ya art.
Unanishika. So unapata hata Muhindi ana note, mimi ni Muhindi lakini kuna Raf. Nilikuwa naitwa Smith hiyo time. Wanajua kuna Smith. Huyu mwingine anajua mimi ni mdosi mtoto wa
Roy Smith.
Nilikuwa Smith Mwita.
Okay. No, like
Roy, it is Baptist. Baptist after I was baptized. Siniko bado primary sasa. When I was now going to Karibu High School, ndio nikakuwa baptized, nikakuwa Roy Smith Mwita.
Okay,
so then there's Owen Mwita. Smith Mwita because of the my dad liked jamaa mbeberu wa South Africa. Alikuwa anaitwa Ian Smith. That's where I got my name from.
Okay.
And then Fidel, it was from Fidel Castro.
Yes.
Owen yako ilikuwa nini wewe kipara? Nitakumbuka ya Owen tukiendelea. Tutaendelea.
Okay,
but my dad was really alikuwa anapenda kupatiana jina za nje. So that's what happened.
Sawa.
Yes.
Okay, so now tuendelee tuingie high school, because high school I'm sure I even came with you to your high school. There's like a time tulienda huko na groove.
Yes.
And you are a legend huko. I know a lot happened there. Tuingie high school.
High school?
Kwanza ni Kakamega High.
Ni Kakamega High. Lakini pia kuna ka story mpaka nikwambie.
Sawa, twende.
After I cleared my primary school, nilikuwa nimeitwa shule inaitwa Mbale High School. Mbale High School it's in Maragoli, so it's just iko topo Mbale town. Sasa when I got there, I discovered wanafanya kitu inaitwa technical drawing. Then nikaambia my parents, you all know me ni mse wa kuchora. I'm a fine artist. Nyinyi mnanipeleka kwa watu wa kuunda madaraja. Me, I'm not an engineer. Technical drawing, you use lots of equipment. So, you need T-square, triangles, manini. You need lots of help from instruments. Me, napenda free fall creativity. I can just look at you, draw you. I like that.
So leo?
Yes.
Okay,
yes. Na unaweza ona hata bado tunasukumana nayo kiplani. So, yes. So, when they took me to Mbale High School, I told them, maybe sitaki shule. They thought I was joking. Nikatoka shule nikakata kusoma.
Hey?
I'm telling you the truth. So by that time, my dad now had come back to Nairobi again. Unaona venye life yetu iko. So he got back
milima na mabonde.
Milima na mabonde. Akasema, maisha yote hataki tena. Akakuja Nairobi. He came back to Umoja now. It was F. Yeah, he came back to Umoja 1F. So, mimi nikamwambia tu mother na Mbui, mimi sirudi shule. They thought it was a joke. Nikahepa home kabisa. Because I knew where I was going, and I knew this system will fail me. I'll be forced to partake of curriculums that I'm not interested in, I'm not passionate in it, and it won't help me even in the future. So from the word go, I knew I was
creative.
I'm a creative, and I was inclining towards creativity, and I was content that is what I want to pursue in my entire life. So nikakataa, wakaona hii ni noma. Mbuya kwa Nairobi, mother ni weak, sasa ni single mother hiyo time. Na hakuna, ikaonekana sasa my grandfather ndiye akatumwa, whom I respect, Mr. John Bai. Nasema thank you so much, if it were not for your intervention I would not be where I am today. So he came, akakuja akaniambia, kijana itabidi umesoma. So that's when I saw another power of God. Somebody advised my mother, huyu mpeleke kwa muombaji aombewe kwa sababu kuna attack. I was taken to another prophet somewhere in a place called Makunga. And she prayed over me and she told me, God is going to use you, you go back to school. Go and get education.
By the way, we've not even mentioned this.
Yes.
At this time, church,
I'm not born again.
No, I know I'm born again. Yes. Lakini, is your mom taking you to church? Nini? Sundays munaenda
church? Mother
anapenda
church, but me church, nimekwambia kuna bora alikufa. Sami. That's the first time mimi naingia church. Na ile time nilikuwa baptized. Nikwambia nilikuwa Smith Mwita nikaikuwa Roy. So the first time naingia church mimi nakumbuka.
And Sami was your older brother.
No, younger brother.
Oh, younger.
He was after
yes,
Owen.
Yes, you're second born. Yes.
So Sami was after Owen. So nakumbuka nikienda baptism juu ya church, hiyo nikipatwa jina Roy. Mimi sitaki na church. Then my brother passed on. That's when I went to church again. That was in 1994. So mimi na church atusikizani. Kwanza unajua church ya kina mother mazee ilikuwa ni stress. Haina dirisha, inaitwa Evsanganga. Sasa imagine a church called Evsanganga. So naangalia hivi nashindwa hii ni nini bana, watu wanapiga tu ma drums hapo hivyo mazee, it's not comfortable mazee. I'm serious, haina mawindo na haina mlango, ni kama mmeingia kwa warehouse. So mimi and it's far, and then you guys are walking
and then it's Sunday morning,
then, you have to walk, mpite kwa mashamba za wasee, mpite kama kulikuwa na karive huko chini tena ndo mtoke ile ngambo nyingine huko, that's when you're going to church. So mimi sikuwa naenda church, it's as simple as that.
Okay.
And then it got to a point in my life nikaanza kupata auntie yangu fulani alikuwa anaitwa Idi. Yeye ndiye akaanza kunifundisha kupray, na pia uncle yangu fulani alikuwa anaitwa Ngoka, is my dad's younger bro. So him, where he used to come from, alikuwa anaimba kwa church. So alikuwa anaimba hizi maimbo za church hymns nini, nasikia ni poa. Anambia kuna Mungu, unajua nitakana unamwamini. Huko pia Idi ananiambia you need to pray. Ananiambia siku nyingine we fast, niko fasting tena ndio nini. Hizi ndio gani bana. So nilikuwa tu na experiment.
I get it.
On is there a bigger being, a bigger God out there whom I'm not aware of. So nilikuwa naifanya tu ni kama adventure kipa.
Yes, I get it.
So I was not religious or born again. I wasn't.
Okay, let's turudi hapa hii story umesema. So now your grandfather may talk to you, umeenda kwa hii prophet amepray. So what happens now?
So when they told me you need to go back to school, I told them on one condition. Take me to a school that will give me an opportunity of exploring my creative ability.
You get that. You're just stop right there kwanza. Unani jazz. You're at end of class 8, unajua direction unataka to go with your life.
Yes.
You are very clear.
I was very distinct.
To the point where ulikataa kuenda hii shule nyingine.
Nilikataa, nikamwambia mimi siendi, kama ni hivyo acha tu tupambane na.
And even now you're instructing them, I don't mind going to school, but it
on
needs
one
to
condition.
Yes.
If you take me to a creative oriented institution, I will. Kanambia, which schools are you looking at? I said there's Kakamega High School and there's Mungu High School. So they were like, my goodness, now what are we gonna do? So I must again thank my grandfather's wife, Mrs. The late Gertrude Mai. She was an headmistress in Bunyore Girls. So she was, she had the contacts.
She was connected.
You understand?
Yeah.
She was
Kakamega High, let me ask her this time, is it a big deal? Is it a big school?
Yes, it's like now, mtu anaambia madhake, mimi nipeleke, kama nipeleke Nairobi University ama Kenyatta University siingi. Lakini najua, Matiangi sini yanko. Silently, umeshika.
So in Kakamega or in Western,
yes,
this was a big school. Going to
Till to date.
Till to date.
We call it Kakamega University. It's not just, bana, don't you Kakamega High School. It's a national school now.
Okay.
Yes. So that time it was a provincial. But even them, and that's why I tell
and people, provincial was big because that's what it was.
The power of faith and knowing your value.
Yeah.
Go for the best. Don't ask for woshe things. If you're a young man out there, you know your value, go. Ukiulizwa mtu akunulie Lamborghini ama akunulie Probox, sema Lamborghini, usiogope. Just go for it, you might never know what God will do. So my auntie akasema, yes Smith, uko sure unataka Kakamega School ama Musingu? Nikamwambia yes. Nilikuwa namuita auntie because she was young, but in the real sense she's a grandmother. Yeah. Akaniambia okay, I'll try. So she went bana. Akatafuta akaniambia, now I found Kakamega High School, but on one condition. They say you must repeat, sababu wewe umetoka Bale High School, shule iko chini, IQ yako iko down.
Kakamega High ilikuwa juu.
Mazee, mnanisho nini? Umetoka shule watu wanaongea Kimaragoli saa ya prep, na wewe unataka kuja Kakamega High School, wewe unacheza nini buda mpaka urewind. Kaambia what? That's the condition. Yeah. Kaambia okay, for the passion of my art I will rewind.
Yeah.
I kubalid. Nika rewind. Now I'm going to Kakamega High School. Mimi nitakana nikuwa nimetoka kwa form 1, so nienda form 2. Kaambia you must rewind. Nikasema I'll rewind. So na rewind, believe it or not, Easter, na pelekwa agriculture class. Unajua it's either agriculture or fine arts.
What?
Na pelekwa kwa agriculture class. Naambia nini mbaya? Ati arts class imejaa.